Chapter 19, Siberia, 1908. Jackson sat in his spaceship, feeling extremely conflicted. He had always been intrigued by the humans of Earth and their potential for greatness, but as he grew to know them more and more, he couldn't help but feel disappointed. The constant wars, greed, and destruction that plagued this small blue planet weighed heavily upon him. Despite his attempts to travel all over the planet and help guide mankind towards a better future, it seemed like they were dead set on destroying themselves. As he gazed down at Earth from his ship's window, Jackson made a decision. He couldn't bear to watch any longer. He would leave this planet and never return. Jackson's ship flew away from Earth, leaving behind a trail of destruction in its wake caused by his quick acceleration to hyperspeed. The humans of Earth would later refer to this event as the Tunguska event, but Jackson knew that it was actually a result of his ship's departure and not a meteor as the humans expected. As he traveled through space, Jackson couldn't help but feel guilty for causing such devastation on a planet that had once fascinated him. But he also knew that it was for the best. He couldn't continue to watch as humankind destroyed themselves. But as he left Earth further and further behind, Jackson couldn't shake off the memories of his time there. He remembered the kind-hearted humans he had met in Iceland and other places. He wondered if those he cared for on Earth were still safe. His thoughts were interrupted by a loud beeping noise coming from his spaceship's control panel. Jackson checked the source of the noise and found that his ship's engine was malfunctioning. He quickly made some adjustments and managed to stabilize the engine, but it was clear that he would need to make a stop soon for repairs. Luckily, Jackson remembered hearing about a planet nearby that was inhabited by technologically advanced beings who could potentially assist him with his spacecraft repairs. He programmed the coordinates into his ship's navigation system and set course for this new planet. As he got closer, Jackson could see tall buildings made of shining metal rising up from the planet's surface. As he landed his ship in what appeared to be a designated docking area, Jackson noticed several beings approaching him. They wore metallic suits and helmets with glowing visors, making them look almost as if they were robotic. Jackson was taken to a prison complex on the planet, where he was kept in a small cell. The metallic walls of the cell were both cold and sterile, and Jackson could hear the constant hum of machinery outside. At first he could not believe that his attempt to escape Earth had landed him in this predicament. But as he thought about it, he realized that perhaps it was for the best. He deserved to face consequences for his actions. The beings who had captured him were called the Galaxians, and they were known for their advanced technology and strict adherence to rules and laws. They considered themselves the guardians of interplanetary peace. Jackson learned from one of the guards that his explosive departure from Earth had caused a massive disruption in their newly signed interplanetary treaty. It was a treaty that aimed to prevent any further destruction from occurring between planets. He also learned that the humans of Earth, despite their primitive ways, had been accepted into this treaty due to their potential for growth and advancement, and Jackson's actions had jeopardized this acceptance by signaling to mankind too early that extraterrestrials existed and did not always travel in peace. Jackson's trial was quick, and he was found guilty of breaking the treaty. He was sentenced to imprisonment until the year 2009, when he would be released back into society. At first, Jackson was angry at his sentence. He couldn't imagine spending over a century in this cold, metallic prison. But as the time passed, he began to see the error of his ways. During his imprisonment, Jackson also learned more about the Galaxians' way of life and their advanced technology. He realized how far behind humanity truly was in comparison to other civilizations. As time went by, Jackson also received news about Earth's progress through updates from the Galaxian guards. He was relieved to hear that despite his abrupt departure, the humans had managed to keep evolving and, much to his own surprise, had yet to bring about the demise of their own civilization.